It's Sci-Fi here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be reacting to the new Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, the new Star Wars movie that's coming out May 22nd, 2026. I cannot wait for this. I'm going to react to the trailer, give you guys my thoughts on it, and give you guys a different opinion from a different perspective. And you guys might see my opinion. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you don't, leave it in the comments as well. It'll be great if you guys could give me what your guys' opinions on it as well. I watched it, but I'm gonna give you guys it as well. I don't have audio for some reason. The audio doesn't work, but we'll watch it. Okay, so the Razor Crest's back. The audio's off, so I hope it doesn't get me copyright claimed. Okay, there's Grogu. There's some girl I don't know about. There's Mando talking to the girl. She's gonna force himself some snacks. Okay, some guy walking. Oh, action! Nice kick. You're gonna fly. That looks like a new Razor's Crest. Grogu could swim. That's cool. Strong jump, strong hut. This is some crazy action. This is the way. Oh, that's so cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. The Mandalorian and Grogu. That is such a cool ending sequence. Okay, so that's the end of the trailer. Literally the last 10 seconds are just... Oh yeah, okay, it's not the trailer. And you just blast him in the face. That's good. Funny. Good shot, baby. You know what'd be funny if we had Arnold Schwarzenegger say that. Good job, baby. Okay. So, we're gonna head back to this. So, my thoughts on the trailer. Honestly, there was no... Honestly, there's a lot of complaints going around on the internet that I've watched and I've listened to them. There's this guy I watched, his name is Jedward, who I like, but right now I don't like him right now because he's complaining about Grogu, and he's leaving out one specific point and the reason why there's a lot of Grogu. He's one of the most popular Star Wars characters. I get it, you want to see some action, but Grogu is super popular. Literally, everybody likes Grogu. Everybody likes Baby Yoda. And even if you don't like Baby Yoda, you still like Yoda, and he's a part of his species. So honestly, it's a pretty popular thing. It's called The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's not called The Mandalorian. That's what the show was about. The show was about Mando. Now it's about both of them. So they're gonna show a lot of Grogu and stuff. Because Grogu's is also learning the Force. You know, because his species is supposed to be able to use the Force. So it's pretty important to see that Grogu's gonna learn the Force, and basically what I'm trying to say is you cannot complain that there's Grogu is freaking and a lot of the things for the trailer because he's the most popular. And another thing I noticed was the Razor Crest's back, and I thought it was the same Razor's Crest, and how would it be back? It's not the same Razor's Crest. It's a new one. They're probably gonna put it in like later in the timeline. It's where it's later, and he built a new Razor's Crest, you know, and then they'll put like some new timeline, like a season 4 of Mando, where that happens, like an episode where he gets a new Razor's Crest. Then you'll know, or it's gonna happen. This is gonna happen right after Mando and season 3 ends, and he gets a new Razor's Crest in the movie, or not. And they're gonna do my idea, right? They're gonna make it Mando season 4. I hope if they do that, that'd be sick. But a lot of people's complaints were about Grogu. There's not enough action. The trailer doesn't basically tell you the plot. But I've asked a lot of people when I told them I watched this, do you want the trailer to tell you the plot of the film, like a little bit of it, or do you not? And they said they don't want them to tell the plot. So they may not be the biggest Star Wars fans, you know, who like the lore, read the books and everything, but it's a movie, it's a film, and if you don't want them to see, if they don't, and a lot of people said they don't want to know about the plot. They just want to see the trailer, see little shots from the film that's gonna happen, and what you're gonna see, and that's the trailer. That's what a trailer is. Basically, it just tells. It's gonna show you what happens in the movie, but without giving it away. You don't want to give it away, because if you give it away, it's gonna ruin the film for a lot of people, and they're not gonna see it. So what I get what Disney's doing with the trailer, and your complaints make no sense, people. You can complain about it all you want, but they ain't gonna change it, okay? They don't listen to us people with a small voice. They don't have you can make yourself heard, but they don't listen to you. They don't listen to a lot of people. If they listen to anybody, they listen to Star Wars Theory, who I also reacted to his video where he did, and he explained it to me. He wants to tell you the trailer they couldn't even tell what was going on. Maybe they could give a little bit of the plot, but that's not the point of the trailer. The trailer is just to show you little shots of the movie and to get you hyped up and excited about it. That's what the trailer does. And I'm sorry Grogu's gonna be in it, and you hate a CGI jump where he lands on his shoulder looking cute and all, but Grogu is popular, so they're gonna put him in a lot of the scenes in there. So get used to it. You're going to see a lot of Mando. You're going to see a lot of action. You're going to see a lot of Grogu and a lot of the Force using, and a lot of cuteness, and everybody going, "Aw," in theaters. Which I'm going to probably go see this movie in theaters when it comes out. Unless I have plans for that day, and I can't see it. But I would totally see this film, because I saw Rise of Skywalker, I saw Phantom Menace, and I also saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I saw the reruns of Phantom Menace, Episode 1 and Episode 3. And I'm gonna see this film, and then I want to see I want to see the original trilogy in theaters. That'd be so sick. I want to see Episode 4. And I can't wait for the movie to come out. And this film honestly looks super cool and all. And I thought it wasn't the worst trailer, but it wasn't the best. I'll give them that. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best trailer. They could have made it a little. They could have done something else in there, like maybe added a little bit of dialogue into it. That's kind of my only complaint about it, is the dialogue. They need to add a little bit of dialogue into it, so I could kind of, figure out what's going on, but still want to see it and get hyped up, because films have changed 20 years ago when Revenge of the Sith came out. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing and one thing only. You can't judge a movie by its trailer, because a lot of these films have a good trailer, bad movie, horrible trailer, good film. So we might get lucky and have a good Star Wars film after 20 years. Man, 20 years ago was my last favorite Star Wars film. 20 years ago, and that was Revenge of the Sith. But you cannot judge it by the trailer. When it comes out, I bet you a lot of people are gonna love this, and a lot of people are gonna hate it, and it's probably gonna be completely loved. Gonna make Disney the money they want, but they have two sides of the fan base. If Rian Johnson didn't exist and make that film, there wouldn't be no two sides. Everybody would love the film. There would be no split in half in them, and because they have to cater to two fan bases. Disney has to do that. They have one side who hates what Disney does, and they want more of the lore stuff, and then there's people who really like Disney stuff. So they're going to make different things the way. If Rian Johnson didn't write The Last Jedi and direct it and knew what he was doing with Star Wars, we would have had a way better time. I would have enjoyed the sequel trilogy a lot more than I do. I have complaints on that, and I have a video explaining it, my first video ranking every Star Wars movie. I'm gonna probably give my other thoughts on it later, but I wanted to tell you guys this because I saw that people react to it. Jedward and the Star Wars Theory, the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna see this movie, and when I come back, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the film on the internet, what I thought of it. Okay, so if you guys go see the film, go ahead, see the film. I'm telling you, it's not going to be the worst Star Wars film, because it's about the Mandalorian, and you guys, and we all know seasons 1 and 2 carry season 3. Even though season 3 bombed, seasons 1 and 2 can make me forget about that season 3 existed, because of how good those seasons were. And you have to see it. And Grogu learning about the Force, that's important, because we need more. A lot of people love Force users, but then a lot of people like Mando and him getting into fights and kicking people and punching and using his dark saber, which he doesn't have anymore, and then freaking fighting people using his blasters and stuff, and getting into fights and saying his line, "I could bring you in warm, I could bring you in gold." You're gonna get that. We're all gonna get that. We're gonna get that in this film, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. And if it's not, then I'll apologize to you guys, and I'll make a video saying I'm sorry that I said this film's gonna be great. It's probably not. We never know. But I'm saying I'm probably gonna go see it, and I might enjoy it, and it might be a good film, and I might add it as one of my favorite Star Wars films, and make a new best ranking Star Wars films again, because I've done it on a tier list. I've done it as a normal list, like on Google Slides, and we're probably going to do one again. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to go down, drop a like, and subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment letting me know if you like the trailer. If you're not, and if you like the trailer, let me know your favorite part. Even if you hated the trailer, you have to give me your favorite part, even what you liked about the trailer, in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.